This is our film pitch. Our production company is called Epiphany Productions. This is because our films would focus on stigmatized issues, and they would confront the viewer's misconceptions and make them realize the truth behind certain issues.
Our film title is Inside My Reality. We've called it this because our protagonist uses a blog in which she expresses her feelings, and this is the name of her blog. We also used it because it's an insight into her life, and because it's a social realist film, it's an insight into her reality.
So, in a nutshell, our genre is the genre of a film is social realism, teen drama. We reveal the grittier aspects of life which are often stigmatized, for instance, bullying, abuse, mental health, and suicide. We chose to focus on teenage struggles that affect people every day, more particularly when we'll concentrate on an emotional strain of one teenage girl.
Our synopsis. A young girl documents the torments and abuse she encounters every day on an online blog. When a classmate stumbles across her blog, she's bullied even more than before. Inevitably, she attempts to take her life. When she meets the soon-to-be love of her life at a support meeting, step by step she begins to rebuild her life.
This is our main narrative. Katie, a 17-year-old girl from Nottingham, is suffering from abuse daily at the hands of her father, classmates, and strangers online. She finds herself releasing her emotions through an online blog, in which she uploads short videos of her abusive experiences and pours her feelings out in an online video diaries.
The equilibrium rises when the link to her blog becomes known to all people at her school. Following that, the abuse gets more severe and at times even physical. Katie's despair builds up and she sees no other way but to end her own life.
The equilibrium restores when she meets Charlotte at a support meeting, who helps Katie to rebuild her life. When Katie falls in love with Charlotte, she finds her worries disappear, and soon her life begins to change for the better. The locations we'll use is Katie's home, more specifically her bedroom and kitchen, the school, classrooms, hallways, and PE changing rooms. Later on, we'll add the community centre in which Katie attends her support meetings, as well as hallway, alleyway, Twitchell near Katie's house and Charlotte's house.
Some of our characters. Our main character is Katie, the protagonist. She's the main girl in our narrative. Katie is severely bullied and abused both at home and in school, and consequently attempts to commit suicide. Charlotte, another troubled girl who Katie meets at a support meeting. They subsequently fall in love and the equilibrium of the narrative is restored. Katie's father, who's an abusive drunk who abuses Katie because he blames her for her mother's death. He abuses Katie both verbally and physically. The bullies, this includes both her classmates and anonymous bullies online, all which bully Katie verbally, sometimes physically and over the internet. Our main bullies are two girls in Katie's class, Shannon and Libby. Another couple of our characters is the support meeting leader, doctors and teachers.
The camera styles we'll use are very unique within the film industry. We have chosen to use the handheld point of view camera style, allowing the audience to become closer to our main character and to help feel the struggles of Katie that she's going through, as such seeing it through her eyes. Breaking off the fourth wall allows our audience to feel more involved. This style also increases the verisimilitude. The handheld effect is often used within the horror genre, but we have chosen to adapt the style in order to make our film original in the genre.
Another style we'd like to use is extreme close-ups, used when displaying information on computer or phone screens, so the audience can feel the emotions Katie's feeling, and get the audience more involved with the narrative. These shots make our reactions and plot more realistic.
Our target audience. We have chosen our target audience to be teenagers and young adults, aged 15 to 24. We have chosen this age group as our target audience because of the storyline of our film, the everyday struggles of a teenager, and the age of our actors.
Pearl & Dean's audience profile shows that 41% of cinema-goers are 15 to 24 years old.
We will target both male and females, however mostly females. This is because our main character is a female, which girls would find it easier to relate to and sympathise with.
Our target audience will also be of a working class status, as they would have attended a public school and thus have a better chance of identification.
We would make our film at 15, hence the strong language and references to abuse and suicide.
How will we target our audience? Our first way of targeting them is social networking sites such as Facebook, YouTube and Twitter. This is an essential promotional base to use because 98% of 16 to 24-year-olds use social networking. 22% of teenagers log in and out of Facebook over 10 times a day, and the total amount of paid views YouTube receives each month is 92 billion.
Another way to target our audience is to use film posters and billboards. The amount of people in the UK that drive cars is 75%. This means that placing billboards in popular places in the country will help reach a larger target audience. There are thousands of universities in the UK placing film posters around campuses will also help boost promotion and advertise our film to the specific targeted age group.
We'll also use film festivals. Showing a preview release of our film at a film festival will increase the popularity and hype of our film and promote it further.
Another way to target our audience is to arrange previews for the film clubs in local schools, colleges and universities in order to make sure the product reaches its target audience. Doing this will also help promote the word of mouth, meaning that the word of our film will get around our targeted age group rapidly. Where we will show our film, small film festivals online such as Rainlands Film Festival, which is Britain's largest independent film festival, as well as Leeds International Film Festival. Also, we would show it at the online forums for filmmakers, such as DVX User, and in small independent cinemas such as Broadway for Nottingham and Curzon.
Why you should invest in our film? You should invest in our film because of our unique selling point, which is our storyline and style, which is unique and controversial. It goes into topics not usually explored within film, such as lesbian relationships, abuse and suicide. It will attract a mass audience because of our storyline, mainly because teenagers will feel connections with the characters and understand their struggles.
We are requesting 500,000 to produce and market our film.
The money you invest will be used on production, editing studios, lighting, employment of cast and crew, special effects, makeup artists, as well as the distribution process, i.e. posters, websites, trailers and social networking.
Okay, good, excellent.